Good morning, everyone. I'm out here once again in the garden for my morning coffee walk. I just absolutely love to do this every morning, to wander around the garden, see how things are growing, and figure out what I want to do in the garden today. Besides, the coffee always tastes better in the garden, don't you think? Well, this morning, I just had to stop by here and admire these beautiful red Scarlet Runner Beans. Have you ever grown Scarlet Runner Beans? Well, if you don't, you really should. Not only are they super easy to grow, they're absolutely gorgeous. The red color of the flowers absolutely pops in the garden. If you guys watched my video on nasturtiums yesterday, you know that I absolutely love the color pop in the garden, and red just happens to be my favorite color. So I plant something red wherever I can. Something I recently learned about Scarlet Runner Beans is that they are a perennial in zones 7 through 11. So you can grow them here on a trellis. They grow best in the early cool spring temperatures or in the fall temperatures after the weather cools down. They set flowers really well in cool weather, but once the weather gets hot, they don't set flowers as well, which means fewer beans. But they are a perennial in zone 7 and up, which means that once they've run their course and the bean leaves dry up and the plants start looking not so great, you can cut them off right at the base. Leave the little tuber roots in the ground, and if you live in a cold area, you can mulch them really well over the winter time, and then once the weather starts to warm up again, they will sprout and grow. Now, I've never tried this myself, but I'm definitely looking forward to trying it after these beans have run their course. Scarlet Runner Beans are absolutely delicious. Super ornamental, but the beans are really good too. Now, I don't have any beans coming on quite yet on these plants. These have actually been in here for just about 6 weeks, and look at the growth. I planted them from seed just 6 weeks ago, and they're already starting to climb up over this cattle panel trellis. They definitely need some support. These are gonna get probably 10 to 12 feet high, and I'm anticipating this entire trellis being covered with these beautiful red flowers and nice tender beans. So the beans are really best if you pick them when they're small. Once they grow big and large, about 6 inches long, they do tend to get a little tough and fibrous. So if you want nice tender beans, pick them when they're small, about 3 to 4 inches long. Now, the great thing about Scarlet Runner Beans is not only are they ornamental, not only are they edible, but you can also let them grow to the large size and then save the seeds. So they serve so many different purposes. In fact, here I've got some seeds here in my pocket. It's always fun to wander around the garden with seeds in your pocket. You never know when you might need to plant something. And the seeds, you guys, I'm telling you, are absolutely gorgeous. They're quite large. So they're really a lot of fun to plant with kids. The color is absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm always amazed at the miracle of one tiny seed. And these seeds aren't really that tiny. So to plant them, super easy. Really couldn't be easier to plant. All you have to do is just dig a little hole here, wherever you want to plant them. And you want your hole to be just a couple inches deep, bigger than the seed. Cover it up with soil, water it in, and there you go. You got some Scarlet Runner Beans planted. Now, you do want to plant them after the danger of frost is gone. They are frost sensitive. So once your soil temperature has warmed up, a couple weeks after frost, you can get your beautiful Scarlet Runner Beans planted. So they also bring in the pollinators and the bees and the butterflies and the hummingbirds like crazy, which is always a good thing to have those pollinators in your garden so you have lots and lots of vegetables. One other thing I forgot to mention is that the flowers are edible and they have a slightly bean flavor, and they're absolutely amazing on salads. So let me just show you this flower up close here. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So delicious. Well, comment below if you've ever grown Scarlet Runner Beans. Let me know what variety you like to grow. If you'd like to try growing them, pick up some Scarlet Runner Beans. They are in my bean seed collection on my website. I would love to grow them along with you. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me here in the garden on my coffee walk. We'll see you on the next video.